be calling you a radical. Again, historic, unarguable proof of the Fukushima disaster. And by the way, Tim Martin just informed me, and I knew this, my mistake. This is literally gilded in gold. This is gilded. He gilded it. It's real. So my gold medal, they're going to make a big production of Lillard's gold medal up here next couple days, when this is really the legit gold medal. He can thank his gold medal to Rudy Gobert, who missed 11 free throws, and Lillard missed the two key ones at the end. He hasn't missed 2 free throws back to back since he was a kid, but I'm sure Fukushima was bugging the shit out of him over there. But so stay with me. This has more gold in it than his. They don't have gold in them. This one does. This is by an artisan. Let me show you a picture of this artisan that made this. Okay. And where is it? God, I got so much stuff here. Maybe, maybe not. I got it. Maybe I don't. Oh boy, I'm gonna start this video over. My bad. There it is. God, hang in there. So not only that one in 2008, he got the world record. Stillhead in 2010 on Gold Beach. So speaking of the Stillhead, let's get to this, and then we'll go over some. First off, let's get to this. Now, think about this. Skinny orcas are up to 3 times more likely to die than healthy whales. New research shows. Thank you. Will you please? And they got funding for this. They got funding. There used to be a girl I used to work with here at the university that was working her PhD, and there's a lab. She has a lab over here. And she was trying to get funding, and she was for nuclear fallout in her mice, all kinds of different things in her mice, and she couldn't get funding, and finally she applied to test vaping on her mice, so she got funding and got awarded a PhD immediately. This is the insanity. Of course, meteorologists are mystified, they're baffled, they're stumped. Can't understand the wind flow that's coming through. That's 4 years ago today. Anybody else did this video right here? That's Lillard walking off. That's on A24 of Lillard doing the game. So I'm like, show them how, Lillard. Anybody else did this video, it would have probably 1 million views. That's Arsenal. There's Randy. I did the play-by-play sitting right there when they were ahead by 22 points at halftime and lost. Lord. I can't make it. Stay with me. 431 views. Anybody else did this have 1 million? Damien's sitting right by me. That wasn't Lewis Lofton. They had the number one. It was not Lewis Lofton. So it was not Lewis Lofton. Of course, we say that the derelict athletic department had the program wrong. I didn't think it was him. No, it wasn't Lewis Lofton. Yeah, Skojevich. He ain't that old. He's older than me. No, he ain't. He's older than me. There's Lillard. No? Okay, here comes Lillard. He played on the same team as Lillard. He's a hell of a player. There's Damien right here. He was on the floor on that team when they lost. He was on that 85 team. There's Lillard. Jimmy DeGraff, he was on that team with first. So, let me show you again. This is, and we'll get to some more stuff, just to prove how they've got me kettled. $779 views. They should have millions. I'm at the game live. I put it up right at the game. Johnson to Malone. Anybody else shot that video would have millions of views, but not Kevin Blanch. Not Kevin Blanch. This is how they got me kettled. So let's go back here. It's Skinny Orcas, but you ought to see this one. Wait till you get this one. Oh, we got to get some advertising in, don't we? Why not? The military industrialist war pigs. You got to see this. Kevin Blanch is calm. Moving around his Nile is a crime. Have you seen the salmon numbers? Listen to this dude. How wonderful. We've got a chance for science to trace. We have, remember the tracer guy? I'll talk about that in a minute. Seaside Aquarium. Now, me and Martin have been at that aquarium many times trying to get interviews with them. They won't tell us shit. We've been to that aquarium a dozen times. There's never no one there. Just likely an isolated event. Okay. So disconnected these people are. Likely isolated event. Nothing to see. They're seeing enemies. You find one, it's stunning. Here she goes. I want you to see her. Look at this chick. She's a moron. She's a moron. Listen to this. Nothing to see. Okay, that leads us right back here to the... Let's get to the back to the numbers now. Okay, so this is Stillhead. Let's get to annual totals. Okay, this is important. Now stay with me. This is real scientist, PhD Kevin Blanch, who's done 10 years of field. First hypothesized knowledge, Fukushima meltdowns is going to push into the ocean. It's going to break the photoplankton. It's going to crash the ocean. It's going to cause heat bubble over the western United States. It's going to take the photoplankton out. Big fish eat little fish. So now, oh, what a great opportunity. Remember when I was arguing with the biologist in 2011 in San Diego from Stony Brook? Yay, what a great opportunity. We'll be able to trace the salmon, where they come from, the Chinook now, because they have cesium-137 in them. Yay. You know, anytime there's been, they're all, yay, we can, again, they're all giddy. I mean, this is how giddy they are. This is what a freak show it is. Skinny orcas up to 3 times more likely to die than healthy whales. New research shows. Oh my God. It's, okay, stay with me. Okay, here's the number so far right now for the total steelhead on the Columbia. This is the biggest. The Columbia is 2.5 miles wide, 400 tributaries, 25,000. It's for the year, and you see how late it is in the run. The run is near over. Okay, let's get the annual totals. Remember, we're 25,000. This is with full gill netting and full fishing. 2010, 416,000. Tim Martin caught a 37-pounder steelhead. Yeah, that's right, a 37-pounder on the mouth of Columbia. Catch and released. So I've talked to ODFW. I've talked to who keeps this number. I've talked to them. They verified that the number is 826,000. That's with the gill netting and the fishing. Every fish that gets steelhead has to be tagged and has to be recorded with the state. And that's including gill netting. We'll use their 416 because we'll go after gill netting number. So 416,000, you can see it decline. And they're still talking dams right here. They started talking, oh, they're dying to sea. It took Kevin Blanch 7 years to convince him that it was dying to sea. 77,000, 466,000 to 25,000. They'll be lucky if they get 35,000. We can do math. Okay, let's go over here to the Chinook. That's a 1.6 million. That's 1.3 million. That's 1.2 million. That's 2.2 million. That's 2.2 million, 2.7 million. What? They're increasing. They go to sea for 5 years. They go to sea for 1. Now, can you stay with me, kiddies? Let's have some biology 101. Nothing to see. Oh, what a great opportunity. This starving to death whales, we can trace them now. Huh. Freaks. So everybody's arguing with me. Record returns. I says they'll crash in 2016. Their projected number was after gill netting was 1.7. We'll use the after gill netting number, 1.7. Mine was 680. Boop, I was right on. Their number here after the gill netting was 2.1 million. With the gill netting it was over 4 million. We'll use that number, 2.3. This is ODFW, WFW, Oregon State, University of Washington, all their freaking numbers. Mine was 480. Bloop. Once his luck, twice his skill. Their number here, without gill netting, which there was gill netting, we'll use that number. Their number was 1.7 million. My number was 333,000. Bloop. 336,000. This is when they pulled the gill nettings. My number was 280,000. I increased my number back to 4 something. Came at 381. Theirs was 2.8 million. 2020 is even lower than that. Let's go back here and see what they are so far for the year. Let's get to the graph. We'll do annual totals first. And this was a poorly updated chart until a few years ago. They got so sick of Kevin Blanch calling them every single day for year on, year out. They were ready to kill me at first. They like me now. They believe in me now. $380,000, okay? You saw that crash from right here. Now remember, 1.3 million. This is after gill. This is not using the gill netting number. This is not using the fishing number. We'll use this number. 307. Now remember, there was no gill netting here. None. So you can cut that in half. 190,000. Which I was at 220. It was even lower than I thought it was going to be. Okay, let's go back here and see where we're at now. Let's get to the graph. Table annuals. Sorry, I had it. Where are we at? Chinook on the Bonneville. Summer, spring, adults, steelhead, fall. We're at 148,000 for the year. 148,000. Okay, let's go back. 2 annual to 148,000. Chinook, they go to sea for 5 years, remember. Bobby Blanch. Gilded in gold, as the famous Dr. Cooley used to say on this campus. My mentor, last letter of recommendation. It's right here in this library, upstairs in special collections. Your time in the barrel, Mr. Blanch. Gilded in gold, casted in concrete. Figures don't lie, liars figure. That was his famous line. He died a mad cow, right as we got the MBA program. Big blow to me. God, it's so sad. It's heartbreaking. They're at 148. Okay, 388 from. Now this is 2016, 15. So we're a whole 6 years from 1.3 million to 158. And this was with no gill netting. There's some gill netting, they just barely started gill netting again. They just barely, on August 1st. So 15 days of gill netting. And so these numbers are really, because it's full blown out gill netting the whole time. So you can double that number. 2.6 million to 148,000. It took these guys 6 years. Now, again, let's go back to here because Martin lives at Gold Beach. He's a lifelong famous. This is my other favorite. Rain, wind, and smoke. I want to show you some temperature-wise. You think it's insane here? You know what the temperature is here right now? It was right around 100 here yesterday at this exact time. 100 yesterday at this time. Let's go here and show you. So I think KSL from hell's good at. They're pretty good on the weather. That's what the temperature is here right now. I'm in Ogden.
Semi-truck accident?
It's 59. '57 in Salt Lake was 100. Okay, let's go back here to this. Rain, wind, and smoke. Even meteorologists say they're surprised. They're mystified. They're baffled. The lake's gone dry. I shot those videos last night at my house. That wind was blowing right off there. Whoa. Let me show you something that they're showing in this. If it's here. They had a really great graph. Here it is. So I live here. You saw that video content I showed in the smoke blowing in. And no rain. It did rain here today for the first time. Talk about an endangered species. So let's get back here. Sorry, I have a lot of things going all the time. Oh, here's the other one. Just smoke confirmed. Nothing to see. There's nothing here. Another reactor on fire. Because they're the untouchables. We can't even talk about it. They need more money. Delay approval, more billions, gazillions, quadrillions. The nuclear energy crime syndicate. They're murdering the earth. We need more. Birds dropping from the sky. No one seems to care. Oh, this is another thing I need to talk about. This kid's hanging from a thing on the poles of Lagoon, and the media reports that, oh, anybody who witnessed him fall, this is right here's been 1974. They have a game there now. My grandsons were telling me about it. There's a game there, and you have to hang from a pole. And if you can hang for 2 minutes, they'll give you all these prizes. Well, everyone knows you cannot free hang nobody on Earth for more than 2 minutes. Nobody on the face of the Earth can do it. It's physically impossible. So they award these prizes. Yay, we got a new game there if you hang. So this young guy decided he's going to do it on this tram that goes across the park. There's video of him hanging on it, the tram. And he fell and it killed him. But they reported traumatized the people saw. What about the guy who died? This game got him wound up. There's no doubt in my mind. Fuck. This place, they panty paint everything. Narrow down the suspects on the bird die-off. Okay, you should read this thing. He's coming at it now somewhat, talking about citizen science, and my credentials are deep. I have credentials off this shit for it blow your mind. Talking about he was a real asshole for not listening to the local scientists, and they're mystified, they're baffled, they're stumped, they're perplexed. They can't talk about the jet stream, they can't talk about Fukushima, when my works prove it's Fukushima. It's unarguable proof. Well, people always show me, so video of this, the tree museum. You did the plaster in the tree museum. There it is. There it is right there. My little Grant, he's 10 now. There it is. I built that out of lath and plaster, and I did it for free. I get no credit for anything in this town. That's who made this. He ended up with a divorce over this whole thing, Fukushima. He's a major salmon guide. They're still salmon guide. The boats are still full. They don't care for fish. They don't catch anything. He's right at Gold Beach. He says 35 boats for 15 days. 2 fish. Remember the guy, you ever caught a paper fish? There's a video out there that he sent me, that guy paper fish, when the fire was burning. Remember last year? Remember that dude? Never caught a paper fish. You know he burned to death? It's probably the last. Well, I'm sure. It's very sad. I mean, blanch, boots on the ground. It's unbelievable. Again, one last time, back to the disrespectful. My work is over the top. Where'd you put your graph? Did I lose it? Here's my favorite. Got funding, but Kevin Blanch, his PhD, can't get any funding. I've had to rely on. That's on the East Coast, near Fukushima. Just on fire, nothing to see. Nothing to see, just to generate. Okay. Look, Ma, one hand. By the way, I can type about 150 words a minute. I had to learn here. God, that was whew, when I was a young guy on the old typewriter. Shift F35, word perfect. Oh yeah, Bill Gates stole that here. Again, one last time. Long video. I get it. Really long video. Still had 25,000. 148,000 on the Chinook. This is unarguable because we have the data. You can run regressionary models now. There's no bias. It's just unarguable data now. It's not Kevin Blanch's hypothesis anymore. He was right. I didn't want to be right, but I knew I was because I was out working. It's going to give you cancer. It's going to give you cancer. No, I got cancer. 2011, 10 years ago today. I started to get sick. What a 10 years before I've done my sentence. I committed no crime. Bad mistakes, oh, I made a few. So 416,000. Again, this is with no gill netting. 77. You saw it. 25,000 for 460. Dying at sea. Okay. 2015. 1.3 million. You just saw it. To 148,000. Okay. Okay. Dying at sea. It's unarguable proof. It's the greatest PhD. And first you hypothesize the knowledge, then you do the field work, then you defend your work against. This is not me. You don't look what they've done to me on. I mean, I kicked their ass so hard on YouTube, flipping the can, the art of communication, because I knew it worked on retention. I knew if you went to YouTube and you Googled something on a YouTube video. Let's get to a YouTube video. It was based on retention. You have to show up here. So, the way they're kettling it now, there was a guy on TV that had a video of an ESPN video that put up the next day that has more views than this. Boots on the ground mean nothing. So you used to Google salmon collapse on the search bar. Tide pools. How about tide pools? Let's go to my YouTube site. That's me in the bone marrow transplant center. Freaking, that's... I don't know, I didn't die that freaking month. Salt Lake Temple. That's me in the LDS East State Bone Marrow Transplant Center, dying of cancer. You ain't seen sick. How about tide pools? Used to Google. Just got 115,000 views. Used to, okay, you get tide pools, you look over here, it'd be nothing but Kevin Blanch. Okay, then you used to go to salmon collapse. Be nothing but Kevin Blanch. Leukemia, dying of leukemia. Whoa. Where's your favorite video? Just Google, how about, look at this, filters. Used to Google Femme and you'd get Kevin Blanch protesting with them with my shirt off.